Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are on this journey to love. And so I share messages that people come to me to join the crystal grid that I do, which is a crystal grid which uses rose quartz and various other crystals. And basically, when you join the grid, I send you a piece of crystal, which is infused with Holy Fire Reiki and the intent of bringing twin flames into their unions. And then you receive a photo of the grid and the piece of crystal. And it's all based around the forest lovers who are entwined together for eternity around the oak tree. And so, what I want to say is I also do healings and readings and also channeled letters. And so today I am going to share some letters that I've been doing for people recently. And from various, so the first one that I'm going to share is one that is by, a lady came to me and asked for some guidance from Prince. And I've been saying that Prince is a very strong energy who is around and supporting the twin flame journey. And so I thought I would share his letter that came through, which is lovely. And also share some other letters from people's guides. Because it is so, it just, again, just makes you realise there is such incredible support on this journey for people to come into their unions. And it also makes you realise about this very real kind of, which seems so crazy, but the real battle of the light versus the dark and fear versus love and all of those amazingly wonderful things that you start to learn more and more and more about as you uncover on this wonderful journey. And so the other thing that I wanted to share is if you followed the messages, then recently I channeled a letter and the person was talking about, and the guides were saying that you are creating like frog spawn that you put around the planet, and just like your energy is like frog spawn and it multiplies and multiplies and multiplies to create this protective layer of light. And I've just had some friends staying with me and their little boy left. I was just putting on my shoes, and in the shoes I thought, oh, what's that? Anyway, in one shoe he had left me a yellow dinosaur. Now, if you follow these messages, I have read out a book which is called The Dinosaur. And the premise of the book is that a dinosaur who is very frozen to his emotions meets another dinosaur. And the other dinosaur is able to melt him out of his ice cage because he has shut off his emotions. Now, significantly, and this is how I love that we get messages, but the fact that these two things were left in my shoes, of course, very symbolic that it's in the shoes because we're grounding the energy of love into the planet. And so, first of all, the yellow dinosaur, yellow is that we're all coming into the power of who we are, our solar plexus, and knowing what we're here to do. Knowing here that we're here to actually tread the ground of love onto the planet. The other thing is of course, there was a frog. And I was like, oh my God, there's a big frog in my shoe. And again, this was so perfect because the frog, not only that had come through in a channeled letter very recently about the frog spawn and we're creating this protective layer, and that layer will basically raise the planet. But apart from that, the frog, of course, turns into the prince. And when she kisses the frog, he turns into the prince and she gets her frog or her prince. And so it was so lovely, again, because again, all the messages, what a surprise, tie in so perfectly. Because as well as that, then the message today was from Prince. And so I was like, oh, you can't make it up, can you? It's just so perfect. And so don't forget, we are breaking the boundaries. You know, these, like some of your divine counterparts will be so ice age. You know, they'll be like Mr. Freeze in every single way. Because that's just what that their story is, that they have to break down. And your story is to see through that and to help them. And to be uber compassionate, right? And to really see through that actually you're taking on energies that aren't necessarily your own. You don't even know why it makes you feel that way sometimes. It just does. And it's because we're removing collective energies. And so, again, it's really important to keep remembering that, because it allows you to, again, be much more compassionate on the journey. And so I'm going to share these letters of guidance because, again, it is amazing. And so if anyone does want a letter from from anyone, basically, that you want to have support from, then please do. It's only $10. If you want them from your guides, from your star system, from whatever it is, then please do ask. And so the first letter is this, and it is from Prince. So it is: live your soul, love your art, love your creation. Give it everything you have. Be the passion that flows through your fingertips and onto your brushes, into your paints. Create purposefully with divine love. It's all about imagining the divine love energy, the pureness of divine spirit that creates everything. It's allowing that to really flow through you, like turning on a tap. Turn the tap fully on to let divine love creation flow through you. We are all vessels for experiencing divine creation. The more you can open up your channel to let it free flow through you and step out of the way. Move the wind to the side. Move the mind to the side and let the beauty of the divine work through you, and be sure it will. Oh, wow, how cool is that? And she came back and said, she was like, no way, it sounds like he's written a personal song to me. I was like, I know, it's cool, isn't it? I love it. And, you know, the funny thing is just before I started doing this channel, I had painted my front door lilac purple, which of course is very Prince coloured. And then as soon as very early on when I started doing this channel, a lady came to me and said to me that Prince's energy was around me. And I was kind of like, what? That's so cool, because he was like my idol as a kid and I was growing up. And she said to me, yeah, and he's telling you, darling Nikki. And I was like, oh my God, because that is so ultra symbolic for me that she said those specific words, because that's very key, and it is in the film Purple Rain, and that's the film that I watched with my twin, the last film that we ever watched together. And so, you know, all of these amazing things that we all share on this journey, and it really does kind of just give you that huge sense of having this huge support network around you. And that's a beautiful thing that we would never have experienced if we don't share these stories. So the next one is this, a letter from People's Guides. So we are the Acturians, and we are the keepers and protectors of the light. We are all around you, guiding and acting as a force field around your light. We act as an amplifier and a shielder. We shield and protect from the dark, and we amplify and magnify your light. Be prepared to ask us for help. Be prepared to ask us for our guidance to come through you. You are ready to hear our words. They will not bring you fear. We know that this is so. These are very significant times. Do not underestimate your value. Every single twin flame is gifted with a unique set of codes that, once plugged in, will act as an uplifting platform. Much like a hovercraft skims across the water, the earth will uplift in love and skim across the universe into the next plane. I mean, seriously cool, right? I mean, you just can't make it up. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. Okay, the next one is this. We'd like you to know that we are so happy and proud of your progress. Your light can be felt throughout the galaxies and the universe. We are the Acturians, and we are guiding you and giving you a torch to shine in those moments when you feel like you've been lost in the dark. Reach out to us and ask for our help and assistance. We are creating a uniquely divine force field around Earth. We are the protectors. Think of it as a group of board members of a company, all coming together to sit around a table to offer their expertise and experience in how to run the company successful. In the same way, the Pleiadians, us and others, are all forming a support network. It's getting especially powerful now as the need to keep in the light and of the light is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Well, I mean, do you see what I mean? I mean, it's just like shivers. Okay, now this one is from, and it always makes me laugh, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and they say JC and M&M. So, we are here to support you and give you so much love on your mission. We are also here to protect you and warn you of the dangers that we faced in our duty to bring light and love to earth. It isn't easy at all. In fact, it is fraught with dangers. The most important element or bow to your arrow is to remember that love always wins. Love is the only vibration that people will seek, and if faced with a decision of fear versus love, in the end, love will win. Put it this way, if you were given a choice of your own life or your child's, you would give up your own life for a child. That is love. That is what I chose, to give my life for the sake of others. That is love. Remember, you are all following in our footsteps. Just as M&M and me make our team, you and your twin make yours. Remember to keep choosing love, and love is the all. I mean, seriously, how cool is that? Okay, next one. We are the Acturians, and we are here to hold your hand through this rocky road. We know that it's difficult at the moment, and that's because there is an influx of dark energies that have been building up to try and break the light. The hole in the dark cloud is getting bigger as the beams of light that each of you bring is getting stronger and stronger with your knowing. And with that comes more fear from the dark side, thinking that you might break through the cloud of fear and smash it away completely. So they are fighting back. It's really, really important to always focus on love. The love you have in your heart, the power of love, the power of living in the light, the energy of miracles and limitless possibilities. Stay in the vibration and the cloud will disperse. You are immersers of the light. Well, you know, I mean, I could just go on and on and on because there's so many, and the guidance they give is just, it takes my breath away. I'm just going to read this last one. So, hello, we are the Pleiadians, and we have some very important guidance for you that will help you enormously in these challenging times. It is always worth remembering that you are clearing not just your energy and fears and doubts, but you are doing this on behalf of the planet. And so some will be formed from your childhood and upbringing and past life history, but some will be picked up on just the mere fact that you are human and have embodied a humanoid physical body to help transmute these energies on behalf of the universe. Never forget that you have special coding and special instructions that are written in your heart. Only you and your twin have these codes, no one else. And so, much like a bomb waiting to explode, there is a ticking clock against your union because it is needed to explode through the dark cloud of fear. Well, I mean, seriously. So that's why I just thought I have to share some of these today, but just to give you guys a bit of insight as to what I'm seeing every day and why I'm just like, oh my God, this is just so exciting. And we really are, you know, this is just amazing. You know, your union is written like a ticking clock in your heart. And at the right time, you will come into your union because your light is needed to explode out of the planet into the dark cloud of fear and to create prisms of light all over the world, all over the universe. I mean, truly, truly magical. So there you go. And remember, we are melting the ice and the frog will turn into the prince. All right, I hope that helps. If you want to come to me for a healing, for a reading, for a letter, please do. All details are in the link. Okay, take care. Bye.